What's up, guys? It's Cardi. Yes, I am back. And this is the part two to part one of Demon Blade. Welcome to this little small series that I got going on for myself. And just all of you bear with me for a moment. So, actually, let me just kind of turn this music off so you'll be able to fully hear me and what I'm trying to explain. You can take a look at my level 18 right here. Look pretty sick. He's pretty OP. But that's besides the point. The main point of this video, besides playing a little bit Demon Blade, is to pretty much speak about my different approach as far as YouTube and me being independent. Yeah, I'm gonna be posting more videos on here, don't get me wrong. Probably just for fun until I start taking it more serious. And I think I've awakened that mindset to where I'm like, I gotta start posting more. I gotta go back to my channel. I haven't posted in like 3, 4, 5 months. Like, people think I just ditched it. Some of you that follow me on Instagram, um, I've changed my name back to back, changed so much stuff about my Instagram. But for those of you who do follow me on Instagram, you know, I do have, musical tendencies, as far as like making beats and not necessarily rapping, but making melodies, telling a story about myself because I, there's a lot to tell about, me individually. But my approach towards YouTube is just to post what I want to post until I get a specific algorithm or pattern to follow or a specific trend to hop on, if that makes sense of how I'm putting it. And, for the past months, long, hard months, me and my mom, we haven't been in the best position, but the most that I can say is that we're not on the streets anymore. That's the best way I could put it, because if anything, they say don't put too much information about yourself on the internet. True, but you know, moving on to bigger and better things. It just takes time for a person to realize that certain things and certain attributes of the world should not be misunderstood or taken lightly. But, that's besides all that. And possibly the biggest thing that's happened so far is my mom's car being stolen. It got stolen like a few days ago. But, by the grace of God, they located her car, and she'll be getting her car back tomorrow, which is Friday. That's great. My mom will be able to go to work regularly in her vehicle. She'll be more comfortable and level headed. And for some of you who know my situation a little bit deeper, I have been struggling a little bit. Not a lot, because I'm learning to face my demons and to face my skeletons in the closet. And I'm learning to mature and to understand more uh, the psychological things that I'm dealing with. But before I came to that realization and before I matured to that specific mindset, I was struggling with depression. I was stressed. I got out of not even a bad relationship. I considered it as a good relationship. I loved this girl, but that's another video for another day. And if anything pertaining to that subject, the most that I can say, which is the smartest thing to say, is in life people come and people go. You just have to know which ones to accept in your heart. But like I said, that's another video for another day. Let's get back on topic. So, we're playing some Demon Blade and chill. It's a mobile game. I'm not in any clans at the moment, but if any of you guys want to fight me on here, you can. The name is Genji, obviously, level 18. This is my ID user right up here. So if y'all want to add me on here, go right ahead. But yeah. We're just gonna play some Demon Blade, chill, and pretty much just discuss my new mindset as far as approaching YouTube correctly and making sure that I I take specific things more serious and that I perfect my craft. Because one thing about business, if you want it to be successful, you have to put time into it. One thing about a career is that you have to put time into it, especially when it's just you starting from ground zero, when it's just you yourself and well you. And it's even harder when you feel as if the people around you aren't supporting you. It's even more difficult because of well, stress and whatnot. But it takes the maturity and the bravery to overcome, those specific demons, those negative elements that that are not of you. And once you find, I guess that sense of zen, that sense of, oh, I'm different. I'm better than this. That sense of self-worth is very valuable. If anything, I encourage anyone and everyone to make sure that you understand and hold close your self value because all of you are worth something. And the main reason as to why I'm saying that is because my mom has dealt with severe depression for years. My mom, let's see, according to, according to doctors now, I don't like to label somebody based on, well, I like to call them labels, but at the end of the day, if you're a professional and you study the human brain and you know how it operates, a label could be more than just a label. But what I'm getting at is that my mom has she has like bipolar disorder, not even one, but like two. She's schizophrenic. She has a paranoia, insomnia, all types of different symptoms. But one thing that I came to terms with and, decided to fully understand is that, oh wow, I must have a lot of gold, but is that in order to truly understand how a person's mind, works and, what they're dealing with on the inside, you have to seriously sit down with them and not talk with them, but just watch them. See what they do from day to day. See how they face their problems if they truly want to solve them. See how they handle day to day situations such as conflict with other people. Simple stuff. Simple but very key elements to see how a person's behavior can change from what you used to know them as compared to something that you don't even recognize. If any of that is making sense to you guys, just let me know down in the comments below. But for a little bit I've been dealing with some strange ups and downs with my mom. And what I mean by that is, her wrongfully coming at me for some of the strangest things that she's never come at me before. And it's quite strange to me. But nevertheless, I still love my mom. It's my mom. But I'm also coming into the realization that, you know, I'm a grown man. I'm 19. December 9th, I'm going to be 20 years old. Like, my mom needs to stop babying me. She kind of, she needs to ease up a lot. She's been procrastinating. I haven't been to school in a little bit. It's a lot of things that I don't have or haven't accomplished that I could have already accomplished or got done or achieved. There's just so much that I already could have gotten done already. But you can't go through life complaining and saying, woe is me, because if anything, misery loves company. And for those of you who do know me on a somewhat personal level, I'm a very humble person. I'm a very energetic person. I got all types of positive energy just flowing throughout me. And it's nothing fake about it. It's not some, false self-image or something. No. I'm just genuinely a positive person. And when some people depending on where they're from, see that positivity. I mean, you know, there's people out there that take advantage of it, and it's sad. It's sad but true. And I, didn't want to see it like that, but for a few times, my mom has taken advantage of my kindness. Do I appreciate it? No, but we all do it as human beings. It just depends on that particular time and why we did it. I just baited them, but anyway, like I was saying, as far as me, my mental state, I feel pretty comfortable. You know, I'm more calm towards most situations, and I sit back and observe before speaking a lot more. And I try and understand a person's actions as to why they did it. And if anything, I believe I'm interested in studying the human anatomy and understanding the actions of a person and why they do it and what could lead to certain things like that. And, there's all sorts of things. The human mind really interests me. And if anything, one profession that I want to kind of grasp is, the study of a person, body language, their mind, how they work. I'm already pretty good at reading body language as it is, but I want to seriously hone it, you know. And yeah, I mean, it's for my own personal reasons. I done been through a lot. Once again, for those of you that truly do know me, I've been through a number of things. I've been through a number of things, but I didn't let it stop me. If anything, I just kept on pushing forward. And, to this day, I'm still doing me. Not fully the way that I want to, but it's coming. All I know is that I got to make a decision to truly push for it because, I'm in a position to where, just let me pause this and kind of explain the position that I'm in. And it's not that it's horrific or worrying, but at the same time, it's scary because of the fact I have to live with this. So a few months back, before me and my mom got evicted and came to stay in this kitchenette area or whatever, I don't know. It's a really nice room we got though. It came with a microwave shower. It came with a stove, a big refrigerator, AC unit. So we got everything we pretty much need in here. It even came with TV, all that, drawers and whatnot. Simple stuff that a normal hotel or motel would come with, depending on which one you go to. Anyway, a few months back, when me and my mom stayed at Ashley Apartments, which is an apartment complex area, here in Savannah. Me and my mom stayed there for a little while, and a situation happened to where at my mom's job, according to her, they manipulated and misinterpreted a question my mom asked. And well, that flipped on her. They thought she was mentally ill. She was let off work, but they didn't fire her. They just gave her some time off, I guess, to reevaluate or something. But it is what it is. And getting to the scary part, getting to the unnerving part is that, at this particular time, it was one particular night, I just got done smoking me some weed, because I smoke weed from time to time. I'm learning to ease up on it, to give my brain some healing and to clean my body, to be more responsible and take care of myself better. Anyway, I just got done smoking some real good weed, right? And, my mom was telling me about how tired she was, and not physically tired, like, fatigued, but tired as in she's tired of being in the streets and doing the same thing every day, tired of people doing her wrong. And she was tired of a lot of things that she was still holding on to from the past and that has happened recently. And, my mom spoke of suicide and all these different things. And the biggest thing that I'm worried about is if I leave my mom, go stay with my dad and go get a job, go get my driver's license, go do everything that I need to do that I should have already had for myself, I fear that my mom is going to be dead. Because here in Savannah, I'm the only support she has. I'm the only piece of family she has here in Savannah. She has no other family here. My brother and sister on my mom's side, they basically abandoned her because of the fact of a past marriage she was in, and my sister felt as if she quote unquote up and left, like ditched us or something. But that's just the mind of my extremely naive older sister. And when it comes to stress and problems with family at a young age growing up, if anything, it makes me curious to see a psychiatrist or to see some type of doctor to see if I have a mental illness, because I don't know if I do. But specific elements such as family issues, screaming, and different traumatizing events could cause mental illnesses. It can. And I'm concerned as far as my mental health. I don't know if I have a mental illness. If I do, I would like to know what it is and, how to prevent it from coming out, or how to cope with it, how to fix it, how to harness it for something different than what it is, viewed in a negative light. Because anytime you hear the word mental illness, you picture somebody that was, kind of, you know, they don't function like the normal person that you see every day walking on the sidewalk or something, or driving in a car right next to you in traffic. They can't operate how a normal person would. That's what you see when you hear the word mental illness, especially mental disability. Or, to put it in simple terms, retarded. I mean, that's what it is. It's the sad truth. As smart as I am and as good as a person I am, I don't know if I have a mental illness. But if I do, I will find out. It's just as of now, I'm focusing on building my character, understanding who I am on the inside and on the outside. Like, yeah, I know who I am as an individual person and whatnot. And, I know what I'm capable of. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. But just truly ask yourself this. Do you really know yourself? Do you truly know yourself? And by know yourself, I'm not saying, oh, your favorite color, your favorite video game. No, nothing simple like that, but something more complex. Like, perfect example, you can ask yourself this. How do I approach a situation around people compared to me approaching a situation when I'm not around people? Kind of, vary the two. Kind of pay attention to the two. See how you handle different situations and arguments around people, and then repeat the same thing, but instead not with said people. Do it by yourself. See how there's a change in atmosphere. See how there's a change in energy, or thinking. And if anything, I guarantee you'll find something. I guarantee you. But, another good question that I can say that'll, test just how much you know yourself. Ask yourself this. How do I act around my parents or talk to my parents compared to whether if I'm receiving something from them or not receiving something from them. And what I'm meaning by that is like, let's say you were angry and your parents are going to go buy some real good food or your new pair of shoes for you or something, and your mood just suddenly changes and you're happy and this, that, and the third. Kind of, and I'm not saying that's a negative thing, but pay attention to that. If anything, and I seriously mean this, just think about that. You were in a bad mood, you were doing what, you were doing, you were thinking what you were thinking, and all of a sudden, you're talking with that person, you're conversating with them, and this, that, and the third. Now, ask yourself this to back up that question also. Am I taking advantage of this person's kindness? Or am I truly, just being me? Am I manipulating this person? Or like, you have to ask yourself these questions. And, kind of just think to yourself, what kind of person am I? And then once you get the opportunity to truly ask yourself that question, then you'll get a sense of understanding. You'll be like, oh wait, there's different attributes and different characteristics that I normally don't have. There's just different things that I do. This isn't me. And you'll start to notice the I guess the certain changes in the way you think, the way you talk to people, the way you hang around people, the way you understand people and their emotions. And I don't know if you understand any of that at all, but what I'm trying to say is when you reevaluate how you approach people, how you speak to people, how you interact with different people at different given times, and when you fully focus in on, body language, what's being said, what is a lie and what is true, or what is fabricated and manipulated and what isn't. When you start to really dissect people, when you interact with them, it gives you a different mindset. And it certainly has given me a different mindset. I see plenty of things different. I see a lot of things differently now. And not on some philosopher stone type shit, but, something simple. And what I mean by I see things differently is that I see things more maturely. I know when I'm around certain people that I have to really pay attention to what they're saying to me because they can lie to me at any given moment. Same thing as compared to other people. I know I can be straight up with this person compared to this other person. You know what I'm saying? You have specific friends you hang out with compared to other friends you hang out with only on specific, times or whatever, which is normal. But, enough of my rambling and talking and whatnot. I hope everybody is safe. Stay also safe and clean from the coronavirus. Everybody stay inside. Make sure you follow all precautionary measures that you need to follow. And as always, peace.